Doesn't it just look so spring and beautiful and fresh?
Intentionally living, intentionally eating, intentionally growing where we are.
Welcome back to the Padilla Family Homestead. Today we are going to make a recipe that my mom kind of created when she was 8 or 9 years old, and she brought it to all kinds of holiday gatherings, and then it was like kind of her job, and then she taught it to us. It really had no recipe, no measurements. It was kind of a measure with your heart thing. I did go ahead and put this together with measurements, so I will be sharing the measurements with you so you can recreate it. But know that you can measure with your heart and change it up how you want to. We are going to make a carrot salad as Easter is approaching. This is one of those recipes that I think is a fun springtime recipe. Easter, a lot of people do the Easter rabbit, the Easter bunny, and they eat carrots. So that's why we are going to go ahead and share it right now. It's super simple. You just need some carrots, some crushed pineapple, which I have chunked pineapple, which I'll create it kind of crushed, some raisins, and some mayo. I am using the avocado mayo, and we're going to jump right in. So the first thing I'm going to do is just cut off the tips to about 4 carrots. If they're big carrots, then it'll be about 4. If they're smaller, then you might need more. We need about 4 cups of grated carrots. You can decide what how thick the grate you want. We like it with the thicker grate, so you get the chunks of carrot. You actually get like the texture of the carrot in there. And so we're going to do the big grate on this box grater and just get 4 cups grated up. Okay, so we have all of that grated up. I'm going to go ahead and put that in this bowl. And then, grated carrots are yummy. Very sweet. So then we want to put in about a 1/2 cup of raisins. If you don't like raisins, you can put something else in or skip this altogether. But the sweetness of the raisin is perfect in this. So a 1/2 cup of raisin plus a couple extras. And then normally you want to use crushed pineapple. I don't know what I was thinking when I was ordering this. I got the Azure pineapple and I was thinking the chunks, but it's crushed. So these are really good, by the way. So if you were going to go buy a can of pineapple, I would buy a can of the crushed pineapple because you really want this the pineapple pieces to be small and spread throughout the whole dish. And you want about a 1/2 cup. And so I'm just going to really go through and chop these up small, creating crushed pineapple basically. So this recipe was one that my mom, when she was little, when she went to school, she came home and she told her mom that they made this carrot salad and they gave it out at school during lunches and stuff. And she wanted to learn how to make it. And so my grandma had never made it before, but she knew what carrot salad they were talking about. She was talking about. And when my mom got really interested in things, my grandma was a teacher and liked to really follow through and encourage the creativity and trying to figure things out. And so they went out and got all the ingredients and came home and made the carrot salad. And this recipe became something that my mom brought to all the holiday things. All growing up was her responsibility to make. Everybody had something that they did. And this was one of her recipes that she always brought to the holiday meals. And then when she got older, this moved into like making full salads that were very unique and so forth. This was the gateway into her crazy salad creations. And after she had us, this is something that we had during the holidays. And I haven't really made this in years. For some reason, it was something I was thinking of when I was thinking of favorite Easter dishes that I have had over the years and what I would like to share with you guys. And I was like, you know what? I haven't even shown my husband this recipe yet. And so I called my mom and I made sure I kind of remembered what we were supposed to do. There were no measurements, nothing like that. And it all was by look. And I'm telling you, it's like riding a bike. It's so simple to put this thing together. And it is delicious. It's kind of like a slaw. And where the longer you let it sit in the fridge for like a couple of hours versus a day will depend on the texture, how soft or how crunchy it is. So if you like coleslaw and you like crunchier stuff, then you're probably going to want to let this sit for maybe an hour or two. If you like coleslaw where it's more soft and more melded together, then you're going to probably want to let this sit for a day. So we're going to put a half a cup of the crushed pineapples into here. I am going to put just a tiny bit of juice. You don't want a lot because you don't want it to get super soggy. I just love how bright and colorful this is. Okay, so next all we need to do is we need to add 1/3 cup of mayo. And you just want enough to really coat it. Now, if you're familiar with slaws, this really is a slaw, but we call it carrot salad. There's normally like a vinegar and a lemon juice and things like that. That pineapple is acting as the acid that's going to break this down. So you don't need to add any of that. And this is just a good side dish. Now, one of the reasons why I probably have not made this over the years that much is my daughter does not like pineapple, and she's not really super fond of raisins either. So it's not something that I will be passing down to her, but it is a good, delicious recipe. So I'm just going to mix this all together now. I'll actually bring you down so you can see. All right, so we have the bowl here, and we're just going to toss this to where you get the pineapple all the way through, the raisins mixed all the way through, and that mayonnaise just gently coating your carrots. Okay, so that's pretty coated. Now, if you wanted to, you could add a touch of salt to this. I really don't think it needs it. But if you wanted to, you could. We are not going to. I think this would also be good with some nuts in it, but I'm not doing that as well, and I've actually never tried that. But I'm sure you could do those mix-ins if you wanted to make it just a little bit extra. This we're going to cover, and we're going to pop it in the fridge for an hour or so, and then we will come back and taste test this and show you what it looks like. I really think that the longer you let it sit, the more this pineapple gets through it, and it's really important to have the small chunks of pineapple. So crushed pineapple is important to get a good bite in here. But yeah, we're gonna go put it in the fridge for a little bit, and we'll come back and taste test it. Okay, so we have, it's been sitting for about an hour in the fridge. And you can tell it's starting to soften a little bit. Looks so yummy. Doesn't it just look so spring and beautiful and fresh? Oh wait, I'm gonna serve some of this up. I took a shower while this was sitting in the fridge. Serve a little bit of this up. So yummy. That's a texture I like. There's still a little bit of bite to the carrot, but not crazy. The flavor is really, the pineapple's all the way through the whole thing. If I were to let this sit longer, which some of it will, this would really soften down a lot. I will say that if you put salt in it, which I did not, but if you do, it will cause the carrots to break down faster. But this is great. This is just a quick, easy way to use up carrots that you have in storage, or fresh carrots out of the garden. This would be really good with fresh carrots out of the garden. But it's also a fun Easter side dish. It's lunchtime here, so I better stop eating this. We'll see you guys back on the next video. Make sure you subscribe and comment below. Let me know if you've ever had carrot salad before, what your favorite add-ins are, and we'll see you on the next one.
Intentionally working, intentionally choosing, intentionally loving.